Kent Van Dunk. Thank you, Kent.
Van Dunk. Hello everybody, my name is Kenton Van Dunk. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, America. I came to China about 7 months ago. My reason for coming to China is because I want to be changed by the world, so I can someday change it. My way of coming to China was to be an English teacher, like most people from America. I'm not really an English teacher at heart, but I'm doing my thing. I met Paul here about a few months ago, and Paul heard me talking about some of the things I'm really passionate about. And one of the things is public speaking. And Paul said, okay, I have a club you can come to and work on this. And I've been coming, it's about my 4th time coming here. And I want to say thank you to Paul for inviting me. And I want to say thank you to everybody here for coming. It's kind of hard to public speak without a public. So I appreciate every single one of you guys for coming. Thank you. So let's get us started. The theme of the night is how to take control of your life and become free. So I'm going to start us off with a little poster board here. This is your life. Do what you love and do it often. If you don't like something, change it. If you don't like your job, quit. If you don't have enough time, stop watching TV. If you're looking for the love of your life, stop. They'll be waiting for you when you start doing things you love. Stop overanalyzing. All emotions are beautiful. When you eat, appreciate every last bite. Life is simple. Open your mind, open your arms, open your heart to new things and people. We are united in our differences. And the next person you see, ask them what their passion is, and share your inspiring dream with them. Travel often. Getting lost will help you find yourself. Some opportunities only come once. Seize them. Life is about the people you meet and the things you create. So go out and start creating. Life is short. Live your dream and share your passion. How many people do you know live this way? Do you live this way? No. Do you live this way? Do you live this way? Do I live this way? Do you even want to live this way? Yes. Yeah. All right, there we go. So here's the thing. Give me 10 seconds, clear your mind real quick, and I want you to think. Who are you? Who am I? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? What do you spend your time thinking about? What do you put your time and energy into? What do you do every day? Okay? What is your reason for being? Give me 10 seconds and think about it. Close your eyes and think about it. Who are you? Alright. So we got who are you in this hand. Now I want you to think, who do you want to be? What do you want to be putting your time and energy into? What do you want your reason for being? What do you want your purpose to be? Close your eyes and think, who do I want to be? Alright. So we have who do you want, or who are you in this hand, and we have who do you want to be in this hand. Do they match up? If they do, then this whole speech is doing nothing more than giving you a pat in the back and saying you're doing it right. But if they don't match up, then I want to say, welcome to the club. For most people in this world, they do not match up. And that's the whole point of the speech. For most of my life, I'm not even sure this is correct grammar, but it's my Chinese. I did not know who I was and who I wanted to be. I did not know. I did not know my purpose. But I did know every time I thought about this, every time it hit me, I did not like it. I felt lost. I felt uncomfortable. I didn't like thinking about these deep down things. Who was I? Who did I want to be? And so I did what most people do. I distracted myself. With my iPhone, playing Angry Birds, playing sports, doing work all day. Anything I could do to stay busy, homework, you name it. going to the bars, anything I could do to keep my mind from thinking, who was I and who did I want to be? And most people do this. We distract ourselves from thinking about these things because they make us uncomfortable. Well, lucky enough, 2 years ago, I got the opportunity to go work in Mexico. I took a job offer to go teach. And for the first time in my life, I was really alone. I was really alone. And for anybody else who's ever been alone, you realize you can't run from yourself any longer. I didn't really have technology, so I had limited internet. I really did not have many friends. I couldn't really speak the language. I took Spanish my whole life, but like everybody else who took Spanish their whole life, we realized we really don't learn much. So I couldn't really communicate. So I couldn't distract myself anymore. At this point in my life, I had two options. I could have went this way, and I could have dug deep and really searched for some distractions, right? I could have got a new job. I could have done something to fill my whole time. Drugs, you name it, anything to really distract myself. Or I could go this way, and I could soul search and think, who am I and who do I want to be? And that's what I did. I was surrounded by people who were pushing me in this direction to really think about it and search. And that's what I did. So day after day, hour after hour, week after week, whenever I get off work, I would really think about, who am I and who do I want to be? What am I living for? And I would get lost, and I would get found, and I would read, and I would write, and I would ask questions, I would find out I was wrong, and I would just think about all these things. And week after week, month after month, I put into it. That whole year in Mexico, I really put into it. And I finally found something. Something I could grab onto. So what I found was this. This is my life. This is your life, this is your life, this is your life, this is your life, this is everyone's life. This is your life, not anyone else's. There is nothing that you have to do. Nothing. Nothing that you have to do. There are no rules to this thing. Any rule that you're living by is because you accept it for yourself. Everything is a choice. Everything is a choice. Get that in there. Everything is a choice. But from a young age, we're told the opposite. We're told there are things that you have to do. There are rules you have to follow. Right? We're told this from a young age. We're told that we have to do things to be a good person, to be successful. Right? To not be the weird kid in class. To make friends. We have to do certain things to fit in. We do certain things to be Gao Fu Shuai and Bai Fu Mei, right? To not be a Gao Si. We gotta do these things, right? We gotta do these things to fit in, to be in there. But I'm here to tell you, none of that is true. There's nothing that you can't try to do. And there are no rules to this thing, okay? So 2 years ago, I'm thinking about this, and I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really empowered. And I'm feeling like, yes, you know, this is my life. I can do anything. For anybody else who's ever been inspired, probably watched a good movie and left it feeling, yes, I can do anything, right? I felt like that after I watched Gladiator. For anybody else who's never felt this way, the feeling hits you, and it stays for maybe a night, maybe 2 nights, maybe a week, maybe a month. But then it usually goes away. Well, for me, I didn't want it to go away, right? I didn't want it to go away. So I started writing them down. I have a thing called a thought book. Not a diary, it's a thought book. I started writing everything down. And then, through this process, I was thinking, you know what? This is some truth for me. And I want to help other people experience this as well. So I started writing a book called This Is Your Life. And I'm still currently writing. But I want to help you guys tonight and just give you some tools, take it or leave it, with some tools that have helped me, and hopefully they can help you too. So tool number one. Be impeccable. Being impeccable is always being true to yourself, to the best of your knowledge and awareness. Always being true to yourself. What does that mean, always being true to yourself? Within each and every one of us, there's an inner gauge. There's a conscience, right? There's something in us that tells us our right from wrong. And that right from wrong is dictated by what we have been taught and what we've accepted. And you're only free if you're true to this. You're only free if you're true to this right or wrong. For example, if I walk over and I say, Paul, look over there, and I steal his camera. If I steal his camera, I might have a new camera, but I'm going to feel bad because in my life I've been taught that that's wrong. I've been taught stealing is wrong. For somebody else, that might not be the case. But for me, I feel bad. If I walk over and I say, hey Larry, you know what? I'm having a good day. Let me give you a hug. I feel good because I learned that giving hugs is a good thing. And that's our right or for wrong. Every decision you make, every choice you think about, you feel the right or wrong. And you're only free if you stay true to that. So every decision you make, try to be true to yourself, to the best of your knowledge and awareness. But that leaves us kind of stuck, right? If we're only true to the best of our knowledge and awareness, then we're kind of stuck. We're only in our world. So how do we deal with that? Well, you are always true to yourself to the best of your knowledge and awareness, but you can never ever be certain that this is the ultimate truth. Never ever be certain. Never. You must always be open for a greater truth or awareness. Or knowledge, right? You must always be open. For example, I feel like everyone here has been a teenager once in their life, right? So we've all been a teenager. When you're a teenager, you think you know best. At least when I was a teenager, I did. My mom would tell me, Ken, do your homework. Ken, go to sleep. Ken, learn Spanish. Ken, eat this food, it's good for you. Ken, do this, all these things. And at the time, I thought I knew what was best for me, right? A 16-year-old Ken knew what was best for him. So I did whatever I wanted. I did what I wanted when I wasn't grounded. But I did whatever I wanted. Well, 6 years later, I look back and I think, dang, my mom was right. I should have got more sleep. I should have got more sleep. You know, I should have studied for that test. I should have learned Spanish. I should have learned how to play piano. I should have been nicer to my grandma. All these things that my mom told me to do that I didn't do. And now I'm like, dang it. I was certain back then. I thought I knew what was best for me. And now I realize we must be uncertain. Even this speech that I'm giving you right now, all these things, I'm not certain about it. It's the best truth that I know. But I'm completely open for each and every one of you to tell me after the meeting saying, Ken, that's BS, right? I want you, because that increases my knowledge and awareness. We learn so much more from our mistakes than we do when we reconfirm our beliefs. But we're living in a world right now. We're living in a world where people are seeking this positive feedback. We want praise. We want to be told we're doing right. And we don't want to be told we're doing wrong. What happens when someone tells you that you're wrong? What happens when someone tells me I'm wrong? My pride goes up. I get defensive. Right? When someone tells you you're wrong, you're doing that all wrong. You're like, whoa, whoa, back up. Right? But we're supposed to be never certain. Right? We're supposed to chase after this negative feedback. Don't run from it. Seek it. Seek it. So always be true to yourself. And never be certain. Toastmasters embodies this uncertainty. Right? Week after week, people come up here just for Paul, the evaluator, to rip them apart and say, you're doing all this wrong. And then you come back and you try again. Today, you come up and rip me apart. But that is what we want. We want to be told we're doing something wrong so we can get better. Right? So always be true to yourself, never be certain. Number 3. Always, 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 no matter what you do, give your 100%. Put your 100% self into whatever you do. You ever heard the phrase, live your life to the fullest? You ever heard the phrase? In America, it's very popular. Live your life to the fullest. And many people think this means going out all the time, right? Getting drunk, doing all these things. That's what people think living life to the fullest means. No. Living life, they could be. Living life to the fullest is putting your full self into anything you want to do. If that's what you want to do, put your full self into it. But if you, anything you want, put yourself. If you want to tie your shoe and make the best knot that you can, right? Put your full self into that knot. If you're eating dinner with a buddy, enjoy every last bite to the best you can. And really listen to what they're saying. Be in that moment, complete. And that's what living life to the fullest means. Give your best. Give your best always. And you'll feel fulfilled. And that is what living life to the fullest means. If you want something, put your time, energy, dedication, efforts, thoughts into it. There's nothing that you cannot try to do. I'm not saying you will do it, but you can try. There's nothing you can't try to do. When I was really into basketball a few years ago, I tried slam dunking. Right? And I spent a whole year working on my jumps. Well, after a year, do you think I can slam dunk? Pretty tall. No, I couldn't slam dunk after a year. But I tried, every day I tried. And I can jump a lot higher now. You better believe that. But I still can't slam dunk. But you can still try and put your best. And I feel fulfilled because I tried my best. Right? Alright, so number 3, always try your best. There's nothing you can't try to do. But if you're true to yourself, you're open for a greater truth, and you try your best, there'll be many people who think and tell you that you can't do things. Many people. And then you might even doubt yourself. You might think, I don't deserve, who am I to do whatever I want? After all these years of being told this, you might even think it yourself. But I'm here to tell you today, you can do whatever you want. The world is not about being popular. Life is not about being popular with the world. Life is about being popular with yourself. Life is about being popular with yourself. And the way you can do this is by being true to yourself, being open to greater truth, giving you 100%. Love yourself. This is your life. Love yourself. Right? It's about being popular with yourself. Okay, so if you're true to yourself, and all these things, you become free, I feel. You become free. You're in control. You're in complete control of your life. But what if my freedom and my truth is different than Echo's freedom or truth? Or different than Thomas's freedom or truth? Or different than Wendy's freedom or truth? Then what do we do then? If we have different, conflicting freedom truths, what do we do then? Well, we have developed something in this world called the golden rule, right? Treat other people as you want to be treated. I think that's beautiful. But I want to take it to the next level. I want to take it to the platinum rule. And maybe people already said this, but this is something I've come across. To fully respect someone else's truth, we must not treat people as we want to be treated. We must treat people as we would want to be treated if we were in their shoes. If we were them. That's how we must treat people. Not as you want to be treated. You must walk in their shoes the best that you can and treat them that way. If you see a homeless person on the ground who's hungry, you can tell them they're cold, it's a winter day, winter night, you know? Put yourself in their shoes. You know, take a little walk there and think about how would you want to be treated, right? And that's how we can fully respect each other's truths. So I believe through us taking control of our lives in this way, we become free. And by me becoming free, the people around me are exposed to a different way of doing things. And they can become free if they choose to. And then the people around you guys, in your systems of work, in your lives, those people become free. And eventually, if enough people become free, we will change this world to a free and true place. Right? That's the dream. So we're always open to greater truth and awareness. And one thing I want to just kind of increase the awareness on here is the truth about our situation in this world. The world is suffering. Our world is suffering. Yes, there are many heavy people, but the world is also suffering. Did you know that there are 3 billion people who live on less than $2 a day in this world? That's less than we pay to come to this Toastmaster Club every Wednesday, right? $2 a day. People live their whole day of work on just $2 a day. And that's if you're lucky. 3 billion people, that's almost half of the population of this world, right? Every 15 seconds, a child dies from hunger. Every 15 seconds, a child dies from hunger. Do you know what that even means? Can you even comprehend what it feels like to die from hunger? I've been hungry for maybe 6 hours. That's the longest I've ever been hungry for. Can you imagine what it's like to be hungry to the point of your death? It's ridiculous, right? We can't even comprehend what that means. Every 15 seconds, this is happening. In America, the land of the free, every 15 minutes someone commits suicide. I don't think people would be committing suicide if they felt like they were in control of their lives and they were being true to themselves and they were happy with who they were with it. I don't think so. In the Pacific Ocean, there are trash islands the size of Texas. We all know where Texas is. It's a pretty big place. There are trash islands, not just one. There are multiple trash islands, garbage islands, the size of Texas, because that's our waste. But I'm here to tell you that it does not have to be this way. It does not have to be this way. And we can change it. And the way you can do your part, is by taking control of your life. The way you can do your part in changing it is by figuring out who you are, who you want to be, how to bridge this gap, and trying your best to be true to yourself while always, always, always being open for greater truths. Always. In an atmosphere of freedom, love will flourish and evil will destroy itself. And I believe this to the bottom of my heart. Try it. Try it. Try. Take control of your lives. Do your part. I would love for everybody to come talk to me afterwards if you guys are interested at all in hearing more or anything. Or take your own path. I would love to hear your path too. But I do want to say that if you find out, when you're really thinking about these things, that you've been living maybe not to the best way, even a little bit, it's okay. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new day. What happened yesterday, you're forgiven for today. Forgive yourself. And move on. Okay? I'll leave you guys with a little quote. For what it's worth, it's never too late, or in my case, too early, to be whoever you want to be. There's no time limit. Stop whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. You can make the best of it or the worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. And I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you never felt before. I hope you meet people with a different point of view. I hope you live a life that you're proud of. I hope you live a life that you're proud of. When you're 80 years old and you're looking back on your life, on your deathbed, I want you to be able to think, I lived a life that I am proud of. I'm ready to go. My bags are packed. Because you're complete and you're filled, okay? Live a life you're proud of. If you find out that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again. Okay, thank you.